Here's now, WJBF's Black Excellence 365 recognizes inspiring Black individuals and organizations here in the CSRA all year long. Recipients are honored with the Mary L. Jones Black Affirmation Award, and this month we have another winner. Here's Tiffany Hobbs.
At around 20 years old, Lonzo Smith was preparing to come out to his family. He wanted to tell his mother first, but before he could, his father asked him out to dinner.
And he asked me if I was gay. And that was my truth or dare moment. And I said yes. And he looked at me and said, I wish you would have told me sooner.
A father's acceptance, no questions asked. The moment set the stage for the rest of Smith's life.
I had a family that embraced differences in me, but even still, it took me a long time to accept it in myself because I didn't have the language for a long time.
Smith says it was in college where he found that language.
A lot of times you have to leave where you are to find who you are.
While working at a corporate job after college, Smith says he felt something pushing him to do more.
Like the things that I was doing in college visited me in my life as an adult and said, it's time for you to do these things, to use, the gifts, the talents, and the graces that you have to be a change in this world.
Smith soon found himself involved with the Augusta chapter of PFLAG, Parents, Families, and Friends of Lesbians and Gays. That led him to working with Augusta Pride and St. Stephen's Ministries, an organization dedicated to helping low-income and homeless people with HIV and AIDS.
The markets that we have here in Augusta, when you provide resources like St. Stephen's Ministries, PFLAG, Augusta Pride, Michelle's Kids, having those resources provide people so that they can save their lives.
Smith tells us he's dedicated the last few years to getting the LGBTQIA community support that was once non-existent.
There's a thing called the Municipality Equality Index, and it rates cities on how they are supportive for diverse communities, particularly communities with people within the LGBTQIA communities. So if you're looking at these things and you say, what does this community lacking? This community, is lacking a sheriff's liaison. We were able to establish a sheriff's liaison.
One memory that will always stick out to Smith are the words from a 60-year-old man who attended Augusta Pride.
And he's like, I can finally embrace who I am. And he says he's never felt more happy to be who he is. Just being able to do that is really important.
Smith tells us he hopes his work encourages people to walk in love.
And everybody wants to have a successful human life. How I choose to live my life might reflect differently than yours, but that doesn't make it any less valid. And I want people to realize that we can all be a part of this.
After 2 years as president of Augusta Pride, Smith is passing the torch. He says he hopes resources in Augusta continue to grow.
To be a lamplight to people's path, because without, lighting the path, people can get lost. And we don't want our children to get lost.
As for himself, he hopes to foster the love in his life.
I'm sending one of my loves into the world, and I want them to be successful too. I want to be cheerleaders for my friends.
As he embarks on this new chapter, Smith is claiming it as his season of yes.
And I'm saying yes to opportunities, yes to things that are new experiences. And so it's opened my life up to abundance. And I always say I'm in a good season. I am in a really good season. I'm a blessed season.
In Augusta, Tiffany Hobbs, WJBF, News Channel 6.
A season of yes. I like that. And if you would like to nominate someone in our community to receive the Black Excellence Award, just visit our website. That's WJBF.com.